Over 4 months have passed since Russia launched its war on Ukraine. Since then, thousands of residential buildings have been shelled, leaving over 12 million people displaced. The first residential bloc hit in the Ukrainian capital city, Kyiv, was the home of our BBC Ukrainian colleague, Olga Malchevska. She was with me on air as she saw those pictures for the first time, and she's since returned to Kyiv to see what's left. This is her story.
February 25th, the second day of the Russian war in Ukraine. It was supposed to be another day of reporting, but suddenly my private life turned public. I could not imagine that actually at 3 a.m. London time I would find out that actually my home is bombed.
And you're talking about that actual building?
Yeah, and this actual building is my home. 3 months later, I've got a chance to go back home. I dreamed of this moment from the first day of the war. I've seen the images of my bombed home 100 times, but nothing could prepare me to see it in reality.
Oh my God.
Over 100 families were forced to leave their homes in this building that day. This is the place I saw on video in the BBC studio when I was commenting there. Then the camera turned there. Here is my balcony with Ukrainian flag above it. Despite the risk of collapse, many families are still living here. Let's go. Come in. My uncle has never left our home. This is the first time I've seen him since the beginning of the war. Oh my goodness.
Look at this glass. The same amount was in your mother's room. It covered her bed. If she had stayed here, all of it would have hit her. I was lifted into the air by the impact, even though I was in another room.
This is my mom. My mother was sheltering that night in a cellar. I've since managed to bring her to the UK. But the impact on other families was even more devastating. A family of 4, including 2 children, used to live in these flats on the first floor. They left a day before the blast, but their neighbors next door could not escape. Vlad lost his mother in the shelling.
I pushed my brother out of the window. Our mother couldn't walk. I carried her out through the window as well. She was still alive, but then she probably choked from the smoke.
So painful to see how everything was destroyed. Years of efforts and of care, of love which was put here, and it's just smashed in a second. My home is one of thousands shelled, and my story is one of millions. Victims of a war that has left around 1/3 of the population homeless. Olga Malchevska, BBC News, Kyiv.